bear of the following. We've got activities galore on schedule for tonight. I'm sure I'm tired. I'm looking tired. I'm feeling tired. But not that tired. Somewhat energized and enthused, actually. So what kind of activities do we have in store? Well, first things first. Let's clean fire crotch. Well, she has gotten quite resonated. So we will clean her in a sensible fashion. And what does that mean? Well, let's start with this part. We're going to pour some salt in here. We're going to pour a little alcohol in there. We're going to shake it all about. Just like we're doing the hokey pokey. And you see, we get some grossness out of there. To have that cleaned out pretty good there. Alright. I hear you, kitty. Now let's get to the main part. I said I hear you, but I'm not watching you eat right now. That's not what I'm doing. Go ahead and eat if you want. Right now I'm cleaning fire crotch. You just have to be okay with that. Get a stick for this. Poke, 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 poke. Go ahead. You don't need me right over there. Go ahead. Yeah, you can eat, but I'm over here at the sink. Okay. I got the bowl kind of cleaned out of it. It heard me perfectly. Alright, well that'll do. That'll do for this part. Now let's do this part. Hi, fly guy. Now we're going to do this part. We're going to pour in the salt. We're going to poke it around. So that it goes all the way down. Then pour in the alcohol. Put some on the top, and some on the bottom. And then we're going to shake, 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 shake. Just like that. Oh, you can blow it up all you want, play guys. Nothing shameless about that. You may or may not be able to see, we're getting all kinds of resin over there. We're getting some chunks. Alright. That's too much water, obviously. We'll get it right. Way too much. There we go. Perfect. All right. Hi, Acacia. You have a six. You have a bunch of S's. What's this? Department of Motor Vehicles. Probably for my car registration. And Delilah's. All right. Let's bring the camera over here. And then let's bring the chat up on the big screen. Hello, Ruben R. If I did not mention you yet. We just got new weed, which makes me want to clean the bong so I can really get it in all of its glory. We've got activities galore. Our first activity was, of course, cleaning the bong. That's our first activity. Our second activity Nocturnal Technomaid said hi. Everyone's head comes off. My head doesn't come off. Not normally, anyway. Mostly stays attached to me. All right. So this weed is called let me read what it's called. Brown sugar. It's a sativa. We got half an ounce of it. And I don't know about you, but I believe in miracles. Correct, I'm not Noam Chomsky, who's an idiot. I'm not Sigmund Freud, who's an idiot. But I am a guy streaming on YouTube. And I'd like to believe not an idiot. What if you typed and up someone being a wanted criminal all over the news? Well, I'd be like, oh, that's weird. I typed that guy. You know, it'd be different if he blamed me for his crime. He was like, I talked to this guy, Eric, and now I can't stop committing crimes. Well, then I'd say, I didn't do that to you. Let me put those away and get a fresh one. It would be a weird feeling coincidence. Hi, Schmedia. Eric is drunk for the first time? No, I'm not drunk. Do I seem drunk? I don't feel drunk. It says brown sugar, yeah. Let's give it a shot. I'll tell you, it's a real smooth smoker that smokes like grandma's anal beads, which of course smokes spectacularly well. Rachel got mad at me today. That doesn't happen very often. I guess I said something that she didn't like. Well, it's not a big deal or anything. Um, she we went to the casino today. We got free lunch. So we had to go to the Indian weed store anyway. And when we were at the tables, she got carded. So I don't remember exactly what I said, and neither does she, but there's something along the lines of, "Oh, that's cool. You got carded today. You still look so young, I guess." And she kind of didn't want to be complimented about that and interpreted it as, I don't want her to look older. I thought, women like that. They like to be perceived as young, but Rachel doesn't care about that, I guess. We neither of us remember exactly what I said, but basically, after she kind of poo-pooed the compliment in term by interpreting it as, I want you to stay young forever. Um, I basically said, look, you're making it impossible for me to compliment you if you just go, if I say, like, I like that dress, and you go, but does that mean you don't like other dresses? you know? So I don't know what to do about that. Anybody have any thoughts? Might be a bipolar, but I guess I didn't put myself in your shoes. Or I guess I did, but I put yourself in generic woman's shoes. I put myself in generic woman's shoes rather than you. I didn't really think about how you were going to interpret that. I'm not. I was not talking shit about her in the first place, right? I was just explaining what happened. That I got in trouble today a little bit, and it's a little bit confusing to me. I know you say that bipolar, but I'm not sure how it is exactly. I could say chicken whiskers. Not trying to argue with you, darling, of course. Just trying to understand. You criticize for me being, will you always be attracted to me in a really harsh tone. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. I didn't mean to be bad, a harsh tone. I guess I felt like you were putting me in a position where I'd have to go, hey, isn't that cool? You got carded. You look so young still. And in full understanding of the fact that you're ever only going to grow more beautiful as you grow older, and I want to be with you forever, regardless. I just don't know if I. I think I was a little bit like, did I really have to put all those in there? Can I just tell you what I expected was going to make you happy, but did not, because it turns out you're not one of those women who wants to be perceived as looking young because you understand yourself as aging and accordingly. Oh, is that what I said? You still got it. Well, I mean, again, I didn't think that was an insult, but I guess it was. Well, I didn't mean to insult you, hurt your feelings, or say the wrong thing. Well, obviously, I, whatever I communicated didn't attain optimal results. So I regret that, obviously. Yes, that's where the joke comes from, Acacia, because she knows what all of his friends' cocks look like. No, no pull. Cartoon currency? Hmm. Pinky, pinky. Now try Fent. No thanks. Looney to Blooney? It's a good guess. What is this all about, Eric? Just got here. Well, we've got activities galore coming up. But what we've been talking about is I got in a little trouble earlier with Rachel. It doesn't usually happen that I disappoint her and get her mad at me. So I'm trying to kind of figure out what went wrong. She said the expression, you still got it, was not a good expression. No, I don't plan on pooping. I say as a man. I didn't mean to do that, Rachel. I honestly didn't mean to criticize you at all. I I did indicate that, like, I guess a little frustration that um that I had to proactively, defend against things that I didn't say, right? It could be inferred. I didn't say anything like that, Fly Guy. Okay? I I reacted to the fact that she could infer things from other than what I said, other than what I directly said. But I didn't say those things she was inferring. And um I guess I was a little frustrated at having to defend the fact that I didn't say those things and didn't mean those things. Well, we're talking it out. I didn't mean to criticize her for being insecure. I didn't think that's what I was doing. I just thought, it's possible to infer the worst from everything. But it's fine. I will reassure her anytime she wants reassurance. I guess this one didn't play out like that. I'm not sure why. Rachel and I can only kiss and make up when we're on the same page, I think. We don't kiss and make up until we are agreeing about the same meanings. And, I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out what happened. I mean, I guess I understand now what happened. She inferred stuff I didn't say, but it could be inferred from what I did say, I guess. And I didn't like to have to defend what I didn't say. found it frustrating. I didn't mean it to be a critique of her insecurity. But I get it. It's important, right? Like, for Rachel and me, using words correctly is important. So, in some way or another, I fucked this one up. I didn't use words properly, and accordingly, did some damage that has to now be repaired. It appears you are. That is worth something in the self reflection. I'm sure she sees that. Well, if I did say things that made Rachel upset, it doesn't. Rachel doesn't need to justify being upset by them. Just the fact that they upset her is reason enough for me not to say them, and, and not to repeat the mistake. But I'm not exactly sure what. Like, I'm not exactly sure how much the mistake generalizes, in the sense that, um, well, I guess I'll probably just not mention her age at all at any point. Be one takeaway from this. Women don't like that, I guess. I don't want to get tattoos. You mean like button down shirts? Like white button down shirts that say on the collar TWFP. So anyway, I always want to feel like Rachel and I are made up, but yeah, and seeing eye to eye, and taking responsibility for belief, maybe whatever. But sometimes you can't rush things. Let me get my glasses. Maybe we could get temporary face tats at some point. No permanent face tats. I wouldn't mind getting a temporary face tat that said temporaryfacetattoo.com. Wouldn't that be a good face tat to get? That would be a good permanent face tat to get. temporaryfacetat.com. Sienna Bentley wants to know what's up. I'm going to go with the oldest answer, the sky. How about a face tat of face of Shay Langoliers? No, thank you. I'm not that much a fan of Shay Langoliers. I'm not that much a fan of anybody. Well, 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 what have we here, you may say? I watered these plants well earlier, but I watered them twice yesterday. I could give them a quick water now if I wanted. Acacia made you a sleeve? Just one sleeve? Um, I don't think Rachel would like that, based on how today went. I'm going to say that's a bad idea. Show media. All right. Let's give them a bit of the double water, I guess. We watered earlier today. We're going to water again right now. I could even fertilize again. That's not an incredibly bad idea. We will still go and make it when your face is that of Shea Langoliers. My face is not going to be that of Shea Langoliers. It's going to remain this regular face with no tattoos on it. But I could put a temporary tattoo on my forehead that said temporarytattoos.com. I think that'll be a good thing to put there. Even though I'm sure there is no temporarytattoos.com. The buttocks face? Who's going to get a buttocks tattooed on their face? That's not appropriate, Keisha. This is a family program. We no more talk of buttocks around here. I think Rachel's still mad at me. I guess I fucked up. Would you rather? Oh God. The least original thing I've ever read is that. Has it been 2 hours? Probably. But you know, she's had kind of a mad day. She was mad at her dad for changing things up on her in a way that she didn't like. And then she was mad at me for this. Maybe it's just one of those days where Rachel gets mad. Who knows? I find my emotions have a lot to do with with a lot of things. Oh, other than genuine justification. Like, you know, if it's the wrong day and I'm in super low frustration mode and the glass is falling off my face, I'd be like, oh God, everything's so hard. Oh, I let a fly in. For fuck's sake, why is everything so challenging? You know, my emotions are like that, right? I'm gonna try to get this fly. He flies around anymore. Where are you, fly? Are you right there? Are you landing right there? Is that you? Sure is, motherfucker. Now you want dead fly. And now you are. There. I killed you. Fly, get away. Ain't nobody like no fly in their house. Alright, well, good for me. I got the fly. I deserve some sort of prize. Probably all of the prizes. I believe I was going to get some shoes on. But I don't know what to do about Rich right now, so yeah. Oh, yeah, well, I think Fly Guy's name uses fly to mean cool or hip rather than actually being a fly. Would you like pets while you eat your food? No, you don't want pets. You're going to try to scratch me, you fucker. Fuck off, Trouble. I'll leave that open. I don't know why I left them. Now we need to get shoes. I wonder what's going on. Well, it's fine. This is very unusual. Rachel and I almost never have a fight like this. I don't quite know what to make of it. But I guess it's the. I don't feel like it's resolved. I don't feel like it's resolved. I'm sure if you can. I mean, I don't know if Rachel's here in the chat, but if you have any ideas on the matter, that'd be fine. I don't quite get what happened entirely, and obviously, I don't want to say things that make her upset for whatever reason. I don't need her to justify. I don't like you saying that, or I don't like the way you said that, or something. But I just don't understand exactly what I said, like why she doesn't like what I said, so that I can make sense of it or something. That would be fun if Rachel would do that. I could ask her. I'll go ask her. I gotta put those bills in proper place. Alright, she's coming outside. I look great in this dress. Oh, well, yeah, I get a little bit of that. No, it definitely will not, Pretty Cat. Definitely will not. I'm looking for nubbins. Let's see. Ah, man, that dries out fast. These plants are so big. Just to give it a little bit of the old water or roux. Well, yeah, this is very, very unusual that Rachel and I have a fight. It's obviously not a lot of screaming and yelling or anything. I mean, I am sorry that I upset her. I want to learn from it. I don't feel as though I understand it well enough to learn from it at the moment. Maybe you could go into the woods and pick some nice flowers. No thanks. We'll just give this a little bit of the extra water roux for the afternoon. Then we'll move her down. Get this plant, get that plant a little bit. I'm not worried about um like whether or not it makes sense or something. Like if I understand more clearly what upset her and why that upset her, I would be better able to avoid doing it in the future. So I think she's coming out here. I told her she's coming. I'll go check in a little bit. Let's see if she comes out here. I don't know. She's not come out here yet, but give a chance to water these bad boys a little bit more. And of course, you have the big boys at the end, which have massive trunks on them. Let's see what the end do. I'm assuming they need a lot of water, so I started watering like twice a day. Tuts, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. I got a lot of ponding done today. I could show you guys that when I'm done with the second watering of the day for these things. They're just so big, right? There's a lot of plant matter. It's going to require a lot of water. So I started watering them a little bit more. Anyways, it's a minor thing. Time will heal it all. Oh yeah, it's a minor thing, but I still would like to understand it better. Did I miss one? What does it say? Talking about it more won't help? Okay, well, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I don't feel I understand what my lesson is here, you know? Like, because I don't fully understand how your feelings were hurt, I don't understand how I can prevent it in the future. Let's see what it says. Maybe I'm not on the right thing. All messages. Well, it's true that I don't get it. I don't think it's true that it doesn't matter. Certainly your feelings matter to me. Would you say that I violated that one rule of a good relationship, which says like you should never make the other person's pain into like an imposition on you in some regard? Me? I said that I don't remember. I said something like oh right, that for that brief moment I complained about her pain being a problem for me. And that's a big no-no in relationships. In some regard, I complain about it, I guess. I sometimes think someone who knows bicognitive functions could sound like a schizo if they want. Went a few decades back in time. You're just demonstrating FI, said FE. Chad said, I think Rachel was emphasizing how FE looks out for others, a mutual thing, and how FI can be misunderstood construct in conversation. I don't know the specifics. Well, of course I do. You know, I didn't mean to start a fight. And let's sit down a moment for Eric's fireside chat. I'm not unwilling to. More than that, I would like to hear the explanation if you want to give it. But, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. Me too, says SB Uni. Yeah, well, I think when she said that thing about aging, well, I said something that evoked the response. You criticized me by telling me I can't take a compliment. So, whatever I said was interpreted as that. So basically, I said, oh, they carded you. You still look young or something. You said, I'm aging, you know. And then I said, from your interpretation, um, you can't take a compliment. I didn't say that, but I don't know, remember what I said exactly. And it's, it was more complain about I can't give a compliment, you know. But I think it was interpreted as Rachel felt like she was being vulnerable about something and needed a nurturing, reassuring response rather than, um, what was interpreted as you can't take a compliment. The point is that's the gist of the conflict, right? Is that, well, it's criticism, you know. It's criticism, and criticism in general kills love. And that would be additionally an excessive claim because if I wanted to make that claim, which I didn't say that, but if I did, I would say, you're not taking a compliment very well in this instance. But what I really did say was something that conveyed, it's difficult to compliment you because, um, you do this thing where, uh, I go like, "Oh, you look nice in that dress," and you're gonna think, "I guess I don't look nice in the other dresses." I'm not minimizing my part in offending her. She was, she said, what I said was that she can't take a compliment. I don't, whatever I said, I think was less bad than that. But I'll take credit for that because I can understand that that's the NI summation of what underlies what I did say from her perspective. From my perspective, it was I can't give a compliment, but you know, I don't think I'm trying to minimize my role in this. Does Rachel think I'm trying to minimize my role in this? Well, it's only a compliment if she perceives it as a compliment, right? I may have had tone problems as well. I'm not sure. I'm 18 or 75. If I'm turning 40, ugh. You don't know if you're 18 or 75. Easy. Every compliment you give, I still always think that I don't look good in other things. That's how I think. Okay, but that's not what I mean. Alright, just take your drugs and be over it. That's fine. I'll try to be more aware of that whole thing in the future. Alright, well, I really need some sort of beverage that has wetness to it. So, I also need glasses that don't constantly fall off my face. Let's do a couple of things here. Hi.
I don't know what happened to the other drugs.
What other drugs?
There were drugs in here that you put in here, and I don't know if I took them or not. I don't think I took them.
Those were the Wellbutrins. Why don't you go look in the bathroom? That's where I give it to you.
Yeah, but I don't think I left them in there. Like, I came in here purposely with that thing, with the stuff in there, because I wanted to smoke some bowls.
You think you dropped it somewhere?
I have no clue. Cause I was like, I was missing the Prozac, so I was waiting to take them until I had the Prozac. I didn't know where the Prozac was until I was in the bathroom.
Well, we're having smoking inside the house. What am I doing? I don't smoke in the house. I just was smoking in the house, Rachel. I didn't even realize it.
I don't know what I did. I think I must have taken them. That's so weird though. I thought I paused everything because I was reading the chat.
Yeah, other things are more important to attend to, I guess. I just didn't pay attention to smoking in the house. It was, more significant matters. But now Rachel can't remember if she took the drugs or not. I think she probably did if they're just gone. She also wasn't paying attention because other things were more important to attend to. She's probably a little mad at me for interrupting her with the come chat about things. Admire my purple crown, plebes. I admire it. I admire it a lot. It's very flattering on you. All right. Let's go inside. See if Rachel has resolved the mystery of the pills. She probably took them.
I must have taken them, but I just feel like I didn't because, like, I was sitting here and I was preoccupied by the chat. I guess I must have taken them. I brought the water out here so I could take it. I just took the Prozac, so I know I at least took that.
You want two more?
Two more. I would have to take the Clonopin though too. I don't want to take another one.
Another what?
Clonopin.
Well, you have one for tonight, one for tomorrow, one for Saturday, one for Sunday,
And then Monday?
and then a half. Monday you get refill.
Okay.
So you could take a half if you didn't want to take a full one, or you could have a half one night. You could take one now and kind of call that your for the night.
Shit. think about it.
Alright, yeah, see if you can feel those drugs kicking in. GERD Jeff? This is my new obsession. I have not heard of GERD Jeff. What is GERD Jeff? She says, sorry, Rachel. I don't know what she's sorry about. What? What? What did I do? This time. Jay Mariel. Oh, that guy. Well, good for him. Founder of the Enneagram. Lord Slim says I'm the creator of typology. I'm not. I'm just the corrector of typology. Look, guys, we've got important ponding to do. We don't have time for your typology psychobabble. There they are. But back to Rachel. Okay.
I just don't know how to explain everything because I don't know the exact words. I don't know where to start.
You don't want
I'm
to?
just getting over it.
Okay. Sure. Sure you don't want to air whatever grievances you have?
I already have. Like, I mean, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. I don't know what exactly was said either. It was just like a thought cloud of like you saying that you don't criticize me, then you do, and then I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I can't even get any fucking reassurance after that. You're like, well, there are gonna be times where I'm gonna say I like this. It doesn't mean that I don't like other things. Like, how can I not think that? I'm always gonna think that. I'm always going to think that because it's inconsistent.
Hey, but the thing is,
I'm always gonna think that.
okay, but it feels like if I complimented you about everything, you wouldn't believe me on anything.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was just like you were like so like angry that I was like, I didn't take the compliment, and like I was like I'm just being honest. Like I don't take that as a fucking compliment. Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Fucking saying that I'm young looking is a compliment. Like I don't think about that shit. That shit, like, you hardly ever give. It's like I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
It's not gonna help at all.
Okay. She doesn't want to talk about it. So, let's not talk about it. The plants, they are thriving. The time is soon arriving when it'll be time to pluck the plants. I don't think so. I don't think she wants to talk about it. Like she said, she can't remember exactly what I said. And penny for my thoughts. I just think that what she wants to hear is that it's not that she looks young, but rather that she's getting more beautiful as she gets older. Which is true, but I guess I missed the boat on that one. What is that? Oh, I see. All right. SB Uni's on a commercial break. Well, I mean, she did get carded today. All right, let's go. Might as well take the thing with a new thing. All right, let me get these things from inside. Okay. Got some silicone here. And got one of these things here. Make the hole a little bigger. Yeah, you're right about that, J. Mario. I think it was just a throwaway bit of FE. But I didn't know it was going to backfire that bad. I think you nailed it on the spot. I don't even think it was an attempt to compliment you per se. It was just me referencing something that I thought would be a happy moment for you, but it failed to be. Because I didn't understand you well enough. And now we're going to poke the hole. You got to poke the hole. And it's good to give it a couple pokes. Okay. Now, no, I did not fix my glasses with caulk or anything else. Here we go. Got our silicone. And we are going to go down here to where the red fern grows. As you see, we've got waterproof rocks put in here with silver colored silicone. It's for metal. I didn't realize when I bought it, but it's fine. Kind of look interesting, I think, underneath. So we're going to put you here. How well can you see? How well can you see? How well? I really want to know. All right. So we'll continue working over here. We'll put this one right here on top of this spot, and that'll be good. So we're gonna squeeze, squeeze, squeeze till Daddy takes the squeeze box away. Come on now. I'll give you a good multi-poke. What's the problem here? Oh, there we go. Oh. Not what I wanted to do. Well, that's fine. The stick. Push it around a little bit. There. Now, we're putting this. Is that right? Putting this right here. Right there. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna get this with the silicone. Okay, good. Some more here. Then we'll put some on the rock. Obviously, this is very silicone intensive. Requires a lot of this stuff. And it's not cheap, but I want to make sure this thing is nice and waterproof, you know? Okay. Now, I gotta get underneath here. Don't you start slip sliding away, mister. Right, now, this one I need to like push it here with a weighting rock like this. Okay, so that should work fine for that. And you can see what we're doing here now, can't you? And realize just how exciting it is. We're going to put that bad boy right there, but maybe this way. Yeah, it's a little flatter. Okay. Maybe we should do down here. This doesn't need to be super watertight because it's got this tile behind it. I can just put that there, but I do want this filled in all the way. Okay. Okay. So we are waterproofing the shit out of this, making sure we don't get any leaks and stuff. We're basically putting silicone down on all the surfaces that aren't tile and try to cover them before we put a rock on top of it. So up here, oh, that's fine. You can go down there. And just get it this in there. Okay. Now, if that one didn't work, let's go one piece at a time. Let's go this one. That fits nicely right there. Okay. There. It doesn't need a whole bunch of silicone because it's got tile behind it. Now, see if I can add this here. Yeah, I could meow that there. That meows there just fine. this. Yeah, that's good. No, don't you move. God damn it. Rock pile collapse syndrome. Okay, we need something small here. That's too big. Something like this. Go right there. Good. Something like this, go right there. Put this on here. Also put it on here. There. Slide it down its position. Looking good, looking good. Okay. What do we have next? I think we have a wiener. Okay. Good. Looking good. Making progress. No. Get back in there. Okay. There. Okay, we got some supports down to help that stay up there while it's drying. And bit of this left. Right here. But we are... No, I thought we were out, but we're not. Alright, so let's get a little square one for right there. That should stick good. Okay. Get a little one in here. Stick that into there. That's fine. Get a little one in there. That's fine. Now, get that. This is okay for part of it, I guess, right there. But that there. We'll put this here. Doing good. Okay. This right here should not be underwater, but so I'm not gonna fix it that carefully. But it might be, it's close, so maybe I should. That's good. Okay. Put that boy right there. This bad boy right there. Put good. That's good. We're really making some progress. Let's see what we got. I'll get this here. Good. Now we can this down in there like so. Good. Well done. Okay. This looks too big. This is good. Okay. These things are all locked in real good over here. Okay. Doing a pretty good job so far. We're getting a lot of rocks up. Winning a lot of prizes. Okay. Making lots of progress. I guess I'm going to have to leave this for now. I could try to squeeze in another piece right here, I guess. That's a pretty good spot for that. I'd like to try to finish this bottle of silicone, really. Very good. Okay. I think we're done for now. All right. Let's get out of here. Why does it matter if water gets out? Well, it's not going to be, the bottom of it's not going to be concrete. None of it's going to be concrete. It's going to be covered with big rocks. But the bottom, I have a big rock set out. It's going to be the bottom of it, and that's going to be fixed with silicone. So, well, if there's a leak, it could have rode the hill. You know, not to mention just running out of water very quickly. I think I'm going to wash my hands and then come back outside. Dirty hands. No, this is not for swimming time. For swimming time. This is for having a couple of crawfish and a couple of goldfish in there, maybe. And it's for just having a water feature in the backyard. What the helly? What the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What the hell? What the hell? All right. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Yeah. I think as I proceed in siliconing, I'll get better at it. There's a couple spots I need to fill in with mortar first, really. Smooth them over, put a rock there, and then do a little siliconing, rocking on top of that. Eventually, grass and dirt will just go over it. Well, yeah. I like the idea of grass growing around it and stuff, and it being green around there. Having plants all down the length of the stream. It'd be great. I might have to water outside the pond to get that to happen, but then if I can keep the plants in there, then obviously less erosion. Well, there's a lot of activities we've done already. I don't know if we really had any more activities in mind, to be honest. Eric, do you think Gamma's come here? I don't know. Can other people type so I can't be more? Put on my glasses. So I can type more? Well, who's in Gamma Quadra? NTJs and SFPs? I mean, I think they do. Or is it STJs and NFPs? Is that Gamma? If so, we don't get a lot of STJs around. Typically not that interested in typology stuff. Wow. Every time I look at these weed plants, I'm just very impressed because they're so tall. They're like 12 feet tall. They're twice as big as me. Oh, sorry, sitting in the wrong place. I can't reach as high as they are with my arm outstretched. Hopefully enough to last us a year. Should be. Should get considerably more than we got last year. Like the first plant on the end, which is gonna come due on the earlier side, like end of August, early September. Well, that's like about the same size as the Northern Lights plant we had last year. And that, in fact, might be Northern Lights. I'm not sure. The second plant is a very small plant, smaller than any plant we had last year. But all the rest of them are bigger than the plants we had last year. And instead of having 5 plants, we've got 9 plants. So we should be all right, I think. Gamma Quadra is busy making money. I haven't seen many NTJs in the chat by MBTI metrics. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine NTJs are particularly interested in this. You know, they're trying to solve problems and stuff. I'm trying to be correct. They're legal. I got one under the legal limit of plants. You're allowed 5 per adult per house in California. So, I already got more pond done. I'm pleased with myself. Maybe I'll even get some pond done tomorrow. Maybe even later this evening. Who knows? Probably not, though. I want those existing things to dry. I could also make some dinner. Could make tuna melts. I could make sausage sandwiches. I could make hot dogs. I had a hot dog for lunch though. Oh, I know what I was doing here. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. How'd it go?
It was fine. I did some ponding. You know, Eric's been clear with us that he's winging it. Still don't get his idea to have the pavement surround the pond. Oh, I'm way behind. This is catching up now. I like butterfly gardens, says Alec T. Carrot really made me your tuna melt. That's great. Seems like intuitives do more drugs or have drinking problems. Possibly. I think you'll find SPS and SJs. SPs and SJs have their own common addictions. Rachel, have you ever been to a butterfly garden?
No. I've been to like places that had, maybe it was a butterfly garden. It was like kind of a temporary setup at like an aquarium, and they had like all these different butterflies. It was cool. I took a lot of pictures. I like the butterflies.
Tut says, I see a lot of NFP and STP dialogue. Also, it is a good venue for anonymity, which lends itself to introverts, I would imagine. Possibly. Very possible. That's not a bad hypothesis. What's this? The electricity bill?
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Not so bad. Cool. We'll deal with that tomorrow. Everybody's got their thing that they can abuse or have a problem with. I had an ex-wife who had a shopping addiction. She couldn't stop spending money. So, people get addicted to whatever. Or, yeah, and really, the point of that addiction is, are you doing it to access such that you're not living your life properly, Guilt addicted to the grind. Right, so I got my beverage. Do something. I should probably pull some bar rips. Fly Guy had a brother who was addicted to that game, but he made it out. Yeah, I don't play a lot of games myself. So do you feel the Wellbutrin?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if you took it or not.
I really don't know.
But where else could you put it, you know?
I must have. I don't feel any different, really.
How long ago did you, well, yeah, it's hard to say.
I don't know.
Oh. Touch says, Alec, are you an INFP? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And I, too, am an INFP. I really like my feelings and my experience. I think about leaving, then I look over the fence. An INFP, an INFP. That song was, of course, sung to the tune of Candyman. Who can make a meow meow? Cover it with meow. The Candyman can. In case you didn't know. Endlessly scroll the shop? What's scrolling the shop mean? Social importance, huh? To quote Tom Lehrer, as the judge remarked the day that he acquitted my Aunt Hortense to be smut, it must be utterly without redeeming social importance. You're using too much jagging. Is that your jargon for jargon? Is jagging? I like that. Scrolling through the games that are available for purchase on Steam, he means. Oh. Oh, I see. I used to do this with Steam. Well, well, well. If you ever need someone to like fall through, make sure it isn't an INFP. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there, Hero Lamb. I'd go so far to say that you are right. That's more determined by conscientiousness score than anything. Well, I mean, conscientiousness score is not a real thing. It's at best a an adjective that you can identify with that links to bad SE if you have low conscientiousness. You identify a common human behavior and don't judge it, an open form of awareness. That's what Tuts means, Alec T, when he says social importance. To gat was for Alec to gat comment. I don't know what to gat means, but I got it. I understood it. I directed it because I'm like a old-fashioned operator assistant at the telephone when you had to get connected by somebody. Can I get Dawson 245? Ah, Dawson 245. Bring, bring. Hello? Linda, is that you? TGAT is jargon for that. Oh, G is close to H, right. I just figured since you said it twice, it must have been on purpose. There's some hip new slang I wasn't hip to. Well, we finally broke down and got HBO Max. The correct term is fat fingering. I do that a lot. But it's not because my fingers are fat. What's on HBO Max? Doesn't sound like an anime streaming service. No, well, they've got all the Discovery Channel stuff now. So I like Discovery Channel stuff. I like Marooned with what's his name? It's a pretty good show. Hello, how you doing tonight? Can you see that everything is alright? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay. Once upon a time, a long time ago, I lived in the land of Mexico. It was kind of scary all of the time. But then I moved to New Mexico. It was so much newer and better, you know. But the Spaniards came running, saying, don't forget about us. We have a lot of influence in Mexico, and that means it's a Yeah, I feel you, I know it's in Mexico. I can't believe it though. You won't even call my name. I know it's in Mexico, but does that mean we can't go? 'Cause I still have my plans for the evening. No, we can still go for sure, yeah. I was just waiting for you to get dressed in something that you wanted to wear. Don't think I'm square. I wasn't aware, but now I am, and I'll remain that way for 1,000 years or more. Well, when this is a wonderful time, I'll be aware of grime in the house so that I can clean it up when I need to. But what is that I see? Is it a minor company? And is it distressing all of the workers? Well, that was wonderful. Oh, we're going downtown, gonna poke it tonight. But then Maury came around and gave me a fright. She said, I can't imagine you poking tonight. It's not right. So I took my poker back home and I said I could poker there alone. And maybe that would be the kind of thing that makes me feel alright. But when I got home, I was not alone. In fact, I saw the home and loan guy had been to my house. I asked him what he was doing there, and he said, don't be a total square, I just came here to party. You're the kind of guy for me, Mr. Home and Loan. I am a fan of partying too. But if you don't go away before noon tomorrow, then I'll have to reassess my attitude. jive and you could see me polka and cry. This is a polka that you never heard before. If you don't believe in my polka, you could go and leave with the joker. I think my polka is remarkably good. I mean, remarkably good. Another polka here. If you believe that this is a polka steed, I wonder what you'd have to be in order to see that this polka is everything you dreamed of. It's a polka for me, and it's a polka, you see, because I'm not afraid to give you a polka. And if you don't like it, go away. I can't stand to polka with you today. You're kind of rude, don't you think, to ignore my invitation. If you want to polka with me, then you can come along to Piñata Party and see what it means to polka for real. For real. For real. For real. Hey, that was fine. Everybody march around the town. You've got to mark the parade ground. You've got to stamp the grass down better. Everybody's looking at your feet because you're marching to this marchy, marchy, marchy beat. But you know, you've got to march a lot better. There's more to life than marching, but very little. Mostly life is marching, and that's a skill. That's a treat that you can enjoy. Even though you think it's a girl or a boy, it's your treat. Come marching around with me. March yourself up to a beat. March yourself down to an A for a while. You can see that we are in E. Going to A and then G. I mean B. That's the note. Okay, we've got another song coming up. A little something in jive is the key of jive. like to jive with you. Do you think that you could do a special jive session with me? It's gotta be something special. I want you to jive with me like I was Rachel, your favorite jive student named Rachel. If you can't do that, then why are you even coaching me in how to behave and what I like and what I see? I don't believe we met before this afternoon. So, why are you telling me everything about your big broom? Oh yeah. You got to jive, jive, jive. If you want to arrive alive. If you want to arrive in one piece. First you'll jive with me to this jazzy change, back to E, then we'll go to B, go to A, go to E, and then, oh my God, it changed keys, what's going on? Who authorized this? I think it's totally wrong. Here's an A minor 2 and I don't know what to do, but I think I got to make it back to E. And then the jive begins again. I'm jiving like I had friends, jiving down the road to perfection. Everybody knows they can't see what's wrong with me, but they know for sure that being everywhere is adequate. Okay, that was jive. Hope you enjoyed it so much. I'm sure you did. Roomba. Roomba. Are you gonna Roomba? Would you like to join me in the Roomba on this night? I'm teaching Roomba classes in the morning, so you know for sure I'm not a bullshitter. I'm not just trying to pick up on you. Instead I really do the Roomba true. I do it better than any Roomba, 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 or has ever Roomba, Roomba before. And Stephen always said, no, you don't Roomba that well. But then Stephen didn't know what was heaven from hell. He always claimed to be an expert in music, but he was really tone deaf. And now he has to acknowledge this is the best. Fuck you, Steven, you fucking pig. Why you talking shit? What are you doing? Fuck off, Steven. Don't talk shit about how I Roomba. I'll tell you how I Roomba all over your mom's face. It's called Roomba. Hope you enjoyed it. This one's called Cha Cha. cha-cha, a cha-cha-cha. Don't think you cha-cha-cha without cha-chicka-cha-cha-cha in it. I know that I am mine, but cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. If you cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, then you cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Everybody cha-cha with me. First you gotta put your foot to the left and see whether anybody else's foot is there. And then you cha-cha right, then you'll see that cha-chaing next to me is a fine way to cha-cha across the floor. Would you call that a cha-cha? I guess you do. Just a little ways away, and I don't know whether I'm going to get any mail on that day. I have no idea. There might be a package or two on my way to me or you, but I just don't know. No, I just don't know. I just don't know. Who knows if the mail will bring you something tomorrow? Only the mailman and God. Who knows whether the package we're waiting for will come? Only the mailman and God. if you don't think the mailman knows, you're fooling yourself, girl. The mailman knows so much more than you think about what you do, what you drink, why and when and how. That's why you should always say wow about that. What kind of package are you gonna get tomorrow? Nobody knows that except God and the mailman. And the mailman is obviously not telling. Okay, quick step. Seems a little fast. Salsa with me. You can salsa 1, 2, 3. You've just got to be prepared for unwelcome changes. If you'd like to salsa fast, then salsa my ass and we'll have a salsa time. Don't like it when salsa music is played. That just means you're a racist. So if you didn't like that song, you're a racist. Mumbo, I did not say mumbo, I said mumbo, mumbo. This is how you mumbo with me. If you like to mumbo, then that proceed. First you mumbo to the left, then you mumbo to the right. And when you're done mumboing, you'll mumbo more all night until you mumbo your way into the mumbo hall of fame. You think that mamboing is lame. Well, you're wrong about that. Now you can see how cool mambo is. Look at it go. It's not just a lame ass piss, it's really cool. So I want you to try this time the mambo. It's not that hard to mambo if you try. Mambo, 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 mambo. And that's how you mambo. We're demonstrating all the different music techniques today. A little slow. It's called Tijuana. Here in Tijuana, I have enough piñatas. Welcome to the land of excitement and leather. They'll make a purse for you with your name engraved in it. Come on, let's go, Tijuana. Let's rock and roll. Fuck yeah, Tijuana. You're the place to be. Fuck yeah, Tijuana. You know it's just you and me. Fuck yeah, Tijuana. How you once were. When I could go there and I'd get kidnapped. But I don't blame you, I get it. It's a good job. Just kidnap the people from abroad. Ay, 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 Tijuana. Tijuana time. Ay, ay, Tijuana. You are Tijuana fine. I won't forget your hollowed streets, which are always left nice and clean and neat. You're getting a full array of musical styles tonight. More than you ever wanted, for sure. Like bluegrass. This is cool. Once upon a time, a long time ago, Western people lived just like so. They said, get the heck out of my chicken coop. Well, you're in the chicken coop and I want you to be alive. You're in the chicken coop but you have barely just arrived. You're in the chicken coop and I think, my, could you possibly farm? I mean, farm. Oh, what a time in the chicken in the vine. What oh, what a time in the chicken in the vine. You see that I know they're fine. Oh, what a time in the chicken in the vine. And you know it can't be found. Grab your partner, spin around, and throw her down onto the ground. Yeah, it's the chicken party dance tonight. Grab your partner's left hand now. Pull her to you. And then grab her right hand and push her away. Now get your partner's hip and spin it around to the left and grab her real quick and spin it back to the right. Now take your leg and put it out and put it back in place. Then take your partner's leg and raise it to your face. When your partner's leg is up, kicking at your nose, spin around on your spinning dancing toes. Spin them around and spin them down and drop them on the ground and dancing. You got to spin them, yeah. Turn them around. Dip them, spin them, turn them, pick them, pin them, turn them, spin them, and drop them onto the ground. Now get your partner, swing your hips, swing them back and forth like this. Then you'll see what I am about to tell you, G. Because now it's time for you to swing them around. Swing your hips around like nobody is business. Swing your hips around it. Then grab your partner's tits and wait, ignore that one. Swing your partner down to the ground, pick her up and spin her around. So that's what you do when you're dancing like this. I think as far as I know. Go ahead and dance to and fro. Alright, now halter forward and halter back, halter to the left and halter side, halter in the back and halter in the front. Then what do? You halter in the butt. Then that's how you know that you are dancing. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get his dance down? Very simple dance, right? Goes like this, remember. Okay, first, you grab your partner, spin to the left, then grab her right arm and push her breast. Then push her down, then pick her up, then spin her around and toss her in the air. Then after you're done, then put her in a chair. And when you're done with that, you just stare. And that's how you do this dance we're doing. Okay, everybody get it? Hopefully you got it. Now do all those things I just said. Spin it around, spin it up, spin it down and spin it in the cup. Spin it around and spin it back. Spin it back, back, and back, back, and back. Then you gotta spin it where? You gotta spin it to the chair. Put her in the chair and pull her up from the chair. Then spin her to the ground, then pick her up there. That's what you got to do in this dance. Take your partner, pants, pants. I like that bluegrass one. Come on and dance with me. Come on and dance with me. This is a dancing song for anybody who wants to dance. nevertheless, you could dance up and down, I suppose. You could dance like you're one of those. You could dance side to side, it is true. That's one kind of dancing that you could do if you wanted to. But if you don't, that's okay. Nobody really expected you to anyway. And I don't think that anybody cares. Don't take that in a bad way, it just means nobody's listening. It's a phenomenon I know every winter, summer, fall, and spring. What do you say when I tell you I don't know? Would you come and give it to me slow? I don't think I'm too dumb to understand, but maybe I am, maybe I am. It could be that I just don't see what's missing. It could be that I just don't believe in kissing. It could be, I don't know, something important like Joe always said. A long time ago, I boogied around. I boogied into every boogie joint in town. I boogied till I saw the boogie that I knew, a boogie that I couldn't even begin to do. It was boogie time that day. I was boogieing round the corner. Didn't know how it was. I was boogieing because I thought I knew. But if you boogie like me, then you will eventually see that boogieing's not the thing to do. on my time. Boogie in the evening, boogie in the day. The boogie whichever way you wanna boogie is what you're gonna do. If you wanna make alphabet soup and spell boogie inside your food, nobody's going to object. And if you think you could boogie so much that it's rude, well, that's certainly a possibility. That was boogie. I go in the black boats every night in my fixed up car that is real tight. It's a 1954 thingamajig. Now everybody knows how a thingamajig works, but if you don't, it's a thingamajig jerk. And if you will, then you know about the thingamajig. We will race down the alley till we find out whose car is the very best. That's the kind of song it is, and it's a test. If you don't like this, then you're not a 50s guy. I'm driving my car into the sky, into the sky. 1952 is the year, I guess. 1953 was the year that was the best. I remember when we could live in 1954. I wasn't alive yet, but I know it. That was like a 50s song. Ooh, child, what is that? Take it out your hands, put it back. Ooh, child, what do you got? Take it out your face and put it along. I don't require any more information about that. It's very clear that I don't want it around. Get that thing away from me now. It could have germs on it. Wow, you're really inconsiderate of me. Get your phone out of my face. It reminds me of why I buy mace. I wish I could squirt you in the face right now, but you haven't done anything wrong. I'd get in trouble, I'm sure, a lot if I were to squirt you in the face with pepper spray. Don't remember me when it comes time for my birthday, 'cause I'm not getting you a present at all. And so Don't try to make me feel guilty, but get in one for me. Hey, wonderful. Let me tell you a little story about something that happened a long time ago, a place far, far away. Okay? Once there was a miner, his name was Steve. He grew tired of working sleeves, through to the bone, through to the thread, he grew tired. So Steve, this one day, he went to work. He worked at the mine for a jerk, and he told the mine keeper, hey, I've got encephalitis. And the mine keeper's like, what the fuck is what? Encephalitis? What? Yeah, that's what I said. I've got encephalitis. So the foreman at the mine looked it up online, and he said, isn't that a brain disease of mine? And I said, I'm not in the story. Steve is. Tell him what you gotta say. So Steve said, yeah, I got an inflamed brain, and it's causing me a great deal of pain, and it's likely to make me mentally retarded. Can I get some days off of work? Well, you can guess where this is going. And the foreman's like, if you're good enough to come down here and explain what encephalitis is to me. And then Stephen interrupted. He said, actually, you looked it up online yourself. And then, regardless, Stephen, you seem perfectly cogent, certainly cogent enough to work in a mine. Our job does not take a lot of intellect, if you don't recall. And Steve said, are you disparaging the work I do? No, said his boss. Listen, this is not the sort of thing we need to take to the union rep, okay? Listen, okay, fine. Work the rest of the shift today. You can have tomorrow off and you can have it with pay, because your encephalitis will kill you one day. And then I won't have to deal with your complaining ass anymore. So, Stephen worked the rest of the day. He didn't really have encephalitis, but he lied, that's what he said. He said it so that he could, well, linger and get out of work. But since he had to pretend all day he had a headache. He was like, oh, my head really hurts a lot though, don't it? Everybody said, well, that's typical for encephalitis. Then guess what? Stayed home the next day and the doctor came over. His wife had instructed him to do so. And the doctor said, oh my God, you have encephalitis. What a shock. He's like, no, I'm just faking. The doctor said, no, you're not. You really got encephalitis. We should get you to a hospital very soon. And that's a wonderful story for you. Story by song. So you guys got a lot of wonderful things there. Fabulous things. You got all the things that anybody could want, plus 5 more things. How you feeling, Rachel?
Good.
Coolio. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. So it kind of dries pretty fast. Go in there and check it out. They're great lyrics. Well, you know, I'm working on it. I'm not an expert at the piano yet, and it takes more of my attention than, say, the guitar if I'm freestyling stuff. Still, I like playing around on the keyboard. Oh, my knees. Well, we still have quite a bit of day left, you know. I'm not sure what's going on with me and Rachel right now. If she's still mad at me or what. I do know my plants are thriving. They've been given ample water and well-draining soil, and several rounds of fertilizer. It's not surprising they're doing so well. Do you blame the waiter for having started all this? Over the guy who carted her? No. Thanks, Fly Guy. Very rare for us to have this conflict. Oh, trouble wants to come up. Come on, Mr. Kitty. Maybe he just wants me to come in. Alright, you hop on Discord and talk to your friend. Oh, trouble. Didn't even want to come out. He just wanted me to come in. I'm not exactly beating myself up. I'm just like, I guess wondering what the resolution is, because it's not that complicated. I accidentally hurt her feelings. Well, I know I don't like to get my feelings hurt either, so. I guess I'll go inside after this cigarette and play some poker. Maybe keep the stream going a little bit longer, maybe not. Not sure. Quite possibly, yes. ESFPs pretending to be ISFJs. Very possible. Well, we're gonna need to eat something for dinner. No, kitty. I don't want to watch you. Are you hungry, Rachel?
No.
Okay. I guess we could put off dinner for a while. No, yeah. Alright, I'll go watch you eat. Okay, I'll watch you eat. I'll watch you eat. Okay. Jeez. Get all fussy about that. Thanks, Fly Guy. I get a lot of hair off of them every time. I know, so much shedding, right? It's ridiculous. Well, I'm trying to get as much hair out as possible. I'm trying to be gentle. Hmm. Okay, there. Now, pop out this chat. And let me make it bigger. There we go. Now it's easy to read. Okay. Eric, how are you feeling? I'm feeling, I guess, a little anxious, maybe. Why did the U.S. drop 2 atomic bombs in Japan? That was messed up. Well, I hope to end the war, you know. The U.S. didn't want to have to invade Japan with the ground troops. Well, that's genuinely why it was done. We had tried firebombing all their cities, and because they didn't capitulate after the first one, you know. And you know, maybe they would have surrendered as soon as the Russians entered the war, regardless. But hindsight's 2020, you know. SP Uni, the thing is, you should be objecting more to the incendiary bombings of the extremely flammable Japanese cities. Um, if you want to object to something, rather than the atomic bombings. Well, yeah, they were innocent civilian populations, but I mean, surrender already, right? They had plenty of cause long before to realize, okay, we're gonna lose. And instead of losing, accepting that, they said, put out stuff that says the glorious death of 100 million, meaning their whole population was gonna die. The subtitles. Oh, there. Okay. No, I don't think so. Ariel. Would a glass of boiling water burn a vampire's hand? Probably. I'm gonna say yeah. I mean, I'm an anime otaku, and I don't think anybody would call me cuckified. I was just thinking about how what a wonderful job we did in building their country into something into a free and Western style free society and a free and civil society. I think we did a great job with Japan after the war because that's the point. We weren't going in there to conquer. We were there to do good work. Like you should check out six uh, the six, I guess you'd say, agenda points that MacArthur was entrusted to follow. And things like enfranchisement of women, um, democratic values, etc. I think we are living in the Matrix. We might be. It's hard to say. Roar, ROR. I mean, if I was Truman, I obviously would have dropped him too, because how are you going to justify to the American people not utilizing a weapon that would reportedly end the war when, or at least trying it, when the alternative is sending in massive amounts of American troops against a fanatical opponent that won't even ever surrender, would just always rather kamikaze and take one of you with them. Just the most brutal of all the participants in World War II, the Japanese. And we fixed them. They were a horrible culture of militaristic bullshit and hierarchies and entrenched power circles and such, and we liberated them. Okay. Let's pull a couple of bong rips. No, we didn't liberate the native Indians. We did liberate the Japanese from their absolutely broken culture. I mean, Japanese brutality during World War II was unspeakable and outstripped the Germans even in their worst brutalities. It was a culture that produced fanatics. Hey, Eric, random question. What type was you? INFJ. Because those were the targets we had available. We had already bombed the shit out of all the cities in the country. We needed them to surrender. That was all there was to it. They had shit tons of army out there still in the world in various places. For people who complain about World War II, you're totally missing the point. World War II is an example of things done right, by and large. And really, the U.S. should have won Korea as well, because we didn't win Korea, because the public support for it wasn't really there. We now have this entire enslaved population of North Koreans. Why are you skipping by U.S. stealing other people's lands? Because I'm not talking about the Indians getting a raw deal from Europeans. It's not the topic here. The topic was what we should have done in World War II, which is totally unrelated to Indians. And I'm not saying the U.S. hasn't been hypocritical. It's had tons of hypocrisy mark its entire history. You know? You could argue that we could have just waited until Soviet Union declared war on Japan, and then Japan would have surrendered because they didn't want to be under Soviet control. But it's like it's hard to say when the Soviets were going to come into the war officially, and they in fact didn't until after we dropped the bombs. No, it wasn't just ESTJs who wanted to use that deadly weapon. That's silly. You're going to think about the situation, right? We've got a couple of options. The country as a whole has agreed, and the world as a whole has agreed that Japan needs to surrender. We've been firebombing the fuck out of all of their cities for months, devastating everything in the country. They still won't surrender. When we try to go in Okinawa, You've got civilians throwing babies off of cliffs to avoid surrendering. You're talking about fanatics, right? They're already demonstrated to be kamikazes, willing to do a lot of suicide attacks. And the question is, what are we going to go do everything we can to avoid sending U.S. ground troops in there to conquer this? Yes, because you're looking at hundreds of thousands of U.S. casualties probably. And that's okay. That's the president's job. You need to remember, you know, Japan had ample occasion to surrender as soon as they started realizing they were losing the war. Nobody was preventing them from surrendering. Well, that's not surprising to me because, the West was much more advanced than the East until well into the late 20th century.
You get the worst compliments.
Like what?
You're just really bad at it.
I give the worst compliments?
Yes.
You like me in the stream?
Yeah.
Okay. See you later.